Welcome to Bourbon and Badges, the podcast, live in Studio 77 from Gastonia, North Carolina, and Calabash, the voice of the uncommon people.
Hey, welcome to Bourbon and Badges, the podcast, Season 6, Episode 12. Rodinator here with the usual suspects, Hound Dog, Slow Ride, and Dobby Dog, Double D, D Square.
Double D's.
He's got several names. He goes by a lot of aliases, but we know him as Double D. Dobby Dog.
And he keeps changing his looks. He's got glasses on tonight. The beard's coming back.
I think he's wanted somewhere. He keeps changing his appearance.
That or
he's got glasses now.
either that or he's in the witness protection program.
That's what I'm saying. He's in WITSEC. Yeah. He's in WITSEC. Yeah. He fucked somebody over. He's in WITSEC.
We're waiting for his voice to go out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hit the FBI
It's kind of scary. I keep waiting for a.
You know he can't do two things at one time.
Yeah, that's what Dobby Dog's in here someday. Yeah.
Well, I keep waiting for that to happen here. Some subpoenas show up.
Yeah. Either Peter or somebody to find out where you're getting your fucking illegal liquor from, motherfucker. We all know.
Or Peter for all the
Damn.
Peter for all the animals he's running over.
We shouldn't have said that. We already said it on episode 11.
Well, we have a batch of double red that's percolating as we speak.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Rod, Peter's going to come looking for him.
Yeah, Peter is going to come looking for him. Today, apparently, folks, he did his yard work, and all the animals cleared the fucking area beforehand because they've caught on to him. That he's like the grim reaper of frogs and snakes. So they fucking hit the high road.
It's like a little memo comes out when they seem to get the lawnmower out.
They just scattered.
Run!
Hey, I want to tell you, man, it's pretty cool. I go out later today after doing yard work. I done yard work today, and there's freaking deers down by the pond. And I'm like,
kind of like on this Bigfoot episode with Jerry, where they say it gets quiet before Bigfoot comes out.
Yeah, really told me to look back down like he didn't care.
It's quiet before Slow comes out down there.
Yep.
He's coming, and word just gets passed through the forest.
That's
Anyway, I don't mind telling you.
Go ahead. Of course.
Toothache in a bottle.
Of course.
I was talking about Hound Dog the other day about that very thing. Somebody asked about what my favorite pour was.
Yeah.
Yep.
How much do they pay you to say Knob Creek on every episode of this fucking podcast?
Or show a bottle
Knob Creek.
every damn time.
Knob
Every time.
I think my Knob Creek bottle just gets slow to autograph it.
I'm going straight up fucking Elijah today.
Oh, that's excellent stuff right there, man.
Elijah. 94 proof. Got a little bite, kicks ass. Price point good. It's a good fucking.
Well, same here. That thing about it's a flavored whiskey.
Right.
Of course, it can't be a bourbon because it's flavored, but they kept the proof at 90 proof. I mean, that's awesome.
It's a small batch.
That's
94
easy to
proof.
do.
What? When you got Hound Dog proof?
That's easy to do. Keep it at 90 proof.
What you got, Hound Dog?
That's easy to do.
I got something new to the podcast. Clark
and Sheffield. All right, bourbon whiskey. Nice.
Hey, we need to have a new bourbon.
I got one right
on
here.
our podcast.
I got
We
right
gotta
here.
have new bourbon.
He's repping. Oh, one at a time. I'm the producer today, motherfucker.
Oh, that's
One
right.
at a
Tell
time,
everybody. Tell everybody. I'm sorry. Please step back.
Yeah. I was voted in as producer today, folks, for season 6, episode 12. And Slow's
still hit the
crying.
buttons.
That's Slow crying. That's Slow crying right now because he's
Yeah,
been
I got demoted.
He's been
Hey,
demoted
Rod,
to
just got to make
plain
sure
old-
Slow gets to mention Knob Creek 15 times where he
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
sponsorship.
And believe this, folks. As the producer, I'm getting a cut of that Knob Creek fucking money tonight.
This ain't gonna happen
Tonight.
tonight, guys.
That's
I
what's
don't
gonna
mind saying it. Just will not happen.
You sound like a NASCAR driver.
I wish I had a button that could just drop you into a pit of alligators or some shit. You know,
He's going
like,
to start sounding like a NASCAR
I
driver.
got whiskey on my shirt, though. Whiskey, states, guns, and freedom. How about that?
and leave it right there. right, Hound Dog?
That's
Oh,
right.
it's not nice.
That's so bad.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, it's episode
Breckenridge.
12. It's moving right along. Oh, what you got there, Big
yeah,
Daddy?
Debbie.
Breckenridge.
Breckenridge.
Breckenridge bourbon
Yeah.
whiskey. Nice.
It's like an 86 proof.
Colorado
good.
whiskey, I believe. if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
bourbon.
It's
Bourbon,
Colorado.
good.
From
It's
Colorado.
Colorado. So it's bourbon whiskey. It's
Yeah,
40.
Hound Dog being all informed.
I know.
It's 80.
Hey,
It's
I
86
work at
proof.
ABC store. I know shit.
I can say I give that very thing. You tell he's back in the ABC store.
I
Hound
did
Dog's
get
a
me
knowledgeable
a.
dude.
I did get me a bottle of benchmark.
Oh, did you?
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I picked up a bottle of Benchmark, and I picked up this smoked maple. And a little side note right quick. Hound Dog said you met up with Uncle Paulie. Uncle Paulie's a
did.
friend of the podcast. Has been on the podcast numerous times.
Yeah, we actually worked for Uncle Polly at the ABC store there in Gastonia. Yeah, it's
nice.
good to see. It's good to see old Uncle Polly. We
Cool.
went to the 1233 distillery in Little River, and
did y'all meet there? Or did y'all meet and go there
yeah,
together?
no, we met there. We met there and had a few drinks, and had a surprise guest. My wife showed up. I didn't know she was coming, so I was happy that she came and got to see Uncle Polly as well.
Oh, good deal.
Nice. Oh yeah.
So yeah, we had a good time.
So Uncle Paulie probably come to see Bobby, not you.
That's probably true. I wouldn't doubt it.
Bobby being Hound Dog's wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, producer, what's going on tonight, man? It feels good sitting back, taking it easy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good to be good because the show's going to run like a fucking fine Swiss watch with me running this motherfucker.
Hey,
talking.
can I do something on bourbon before we get moving
Absolutely.
on? Since we haven't had this particular one on at all.
This is wide open, dude. Go ahead.
All right, cool. This is a Kentucky straight bourbon. It is got Chicago, Illinois in the corner. This right here on the label.
Right.
That's because at the corner of Clark and Sheffield in Chicago, there was once a little general store where the guy had, you can go get general store shit back in the late 1800s, early 1900s, and he started making whiskey, and I guess he put that name on his whiskey, and it's still going strong today. And it's something I think you can only get in the Chicago area. I don't know what the mash bill is, but it's pretty damn good. I would have, and if I was rating it, I'd probably give it like a 7.5.
Oh, good deal. So, what is it a wheated bourbon or is it a?
No, I couldn't find a mash bill. It don't taste like a wheated bourbon. It just says the Kentucky straight bourbon, and the reason it says Kentucky straight bourbon and it's got Chicago up here is because it was distilled and bottled by Founders Distillery in Kentucky. So it makes it a
So it's
Kentucky
a
straight
source
bourbon.
whiskey, which bourbon doesn't mean anything other than it's just
Yeah, it's source, but it's
aged somewhere else.
yeah. It was sourced from Kentucky, making it a Kentucky straight bourbon.
Oh, good deal.
It's
Sweet.
good.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Somebody told me the other day, and I'd never heard this before. Y'all might have heard this, but it's Jefferson's that's distilled at sea. You know about Jefferson's that they distill it at sea in the cask?
Jefferson Oceans.
Yeah, but they can be so much different because of the way it's just because of the wave of the oceans and all that distillation process. But each batch can be very much different.
Yeah, it can be.
So and supposedly ages quicker because of the sloshing of the barrel.
Right.
Gets more whiskey to barrel rotation, and it's also they go back and forth over the equator, which
I think the barometric pressure has something to do with it as well.
That makes sense.
Going back and forth over the equator makes it just suck in the little whiskey and spit it back out.
Yep.
No shit. Just crossing the equator.
Yep.
I didn't realize that was the case because I've seen it, I've had it, I like it. I just didn't realize that was actually part of I knew it was part of the process, but I didn't realize it made it different from batch to batch or different cask or whatever.
That's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Shit that affects it.
Slow sounded intelligent for a second.
Never mind.
He
I
did
started saying,
sound
boys, all right, we got a lot of shit going on tonight, but never mind. That's not my headache. That's
not
your
your
job.
job.
Shut your fucking mouth. Okay?
I'm just impressed. Slow sounded intelligent.
As The Rock would say, shut your mouth and know your role.
Or like Donald Trump would say, "You're fired."
What he's going to tell. That's what he's going to say when Biden.
It was great knowing you. You're fired.
That's what he's going to tell Biden.
Here comes a rabbit hole.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah. Anyway, so let me start out by saying, I am the producer of this fucking podcast. I just got back from Cabo San Lucas, guys. Cabo.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Went to
What's going on down there?
It was a destination wedding for my niece.
Wait a minute. So you just came back from a road trip and went on another road trip.
I did. It was it was, yeah. I've been
Well, can
traveling
you
a lot.
tell out of the four of us who has Charlotte Met Captain retirement pay?
But don't you have Knobs Creek
I went to Dollar General today.
Oh, you went to Dollar General?
Yeah, I finance some things, but
There you go. That's an all day trip for you at fucking Shootout Mountain, isn't it? Like an hour there, an hour back. On the back of a fucking mule or something? Like, is that...
that's one good looking mule too. I don't mind saying.
Yeah. Or did you ride your wiener?
Hey, it's been a few months ago, but I was coming through one part of Alabama, and there's a Dollar General and a Family Dollar like side by side in one building.
Oh, really? Yeah,
Yeah, they're both together.
that's good.
Well, you sent one meme on Facebook said, "Hey, for the next quarter mile, there will not be a Dollar General."
Yeah, I saw that.
Warning.
Anyway, so I get down to Cabo, guys, and get to this resort, all inclusive. It was real nice. The thing is about all inclusive, in my mind, is you pay for everything up front, so everything you want is free. You just order it, which is really weird. Like you're in your room, if you feel like a sandwich, you call room service and they bring shit up to you, and it's already paid for. You don't pay for anything. It's like really strange. So, but you paid $5,000 for the whole trip or something, right? So you figure every day I figured up I had to spend like $1,000 somehow, So I'm trying to eat and drink my way to my money's worth,
I don't blame you.
Oh yeah, you feel obligated.
Yeah, you feel obligated. So just pounding drinks from the pool bar, where you swim up to the bar. It's in the water. It's in the pool.
Yeah.
And just having Pedro, Paco, whoever the fuck it was, just fucking making me pina coladas and straight bourbon shots with my boys. It was great, dude. Had a really good time. And we actually, me and the wife left the resort and actually went to downtown Cabo San Lucas, which a little sketchy, but one of those things where you can't walk down the street without every fucking person trying to drag you into their fucking store, if you can picture it, kind of like second and third world looking storefronts, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it was cool. We went around and we went to Cabo Wabo. Do you know what that is, guys?
Oh, yeah. That's Sammy Hagar's bar.
Sammy Hagar's bar. So we went to Cabo Wabo. We had some Sammy Hagar, Cabo Wabo, tequila, whiskey, whatever he makes, the shit he makes. Yeah. Had some drinks there, had some appetizers, and really nice done place. It's kind of like there, and then all around it's kind of like, but that sticks out. So a lot of memorabilia, a lot of pictures of them. Pretty cool place.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then had the wedding at this really nice restaurant on the water with like rocks and cliffs. So like they were standing. If they would walk like 2 feet that way, they'd fall. Like it was on.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, it was really nice, and it was.
So who are these people to you?
My niece, my sister's child. Last one got married, so it was great. Really well done. A lot of money spent. But it went off without a hitch. So it was really good. On the way home, a funny note: the airport, Rodinator gets pulled to the side, gets fucking bomb checked, gets my bag. Fucking Mexican.
What are you doing with that look?
Yeah, I was walking up. She goes, blah, 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 blah. She hands my fucking shit to the dude there, and he goes, "Come with me." So I'm like, "What the fuck? The plane's that way. I'm going this way." It's like, "Oh, here we go."
Hey, did you tell him who you were? Producer of Bourbon and Badges?
I'm talking the whole time, and he says, "Shut up, American," or something like that. And he's rubbing my hands with cloths with this like swabby thing, and he's testing it. He rubs his shit on my waistline. Look, for bomb residue goes in my bag and starts swiping around the sides and stuff. And I'm sitting here, "What the fuck, dude? I just came from a wedding. I ain't no fucking mad bomber."
Hey, Rod,
mad bomber, probably Dobie Dog. He's changing his look and he's fucking.
Oh yeah, he's with his protection or something.
Check that motherfucker.
Hey, Rod, you should have just went through at the border. Walked across.
You just walk across.
Yeah,
walk
here
right
we go.
across.
And I'm going to say it because I'm the producer today. I can say this shit. They check in your ass, up your ass, all over your ass when you're on the airport, right? But I could just walk across the border with my shit with a big old fucking A-bomb on my back. No problem.
Hound dog and stirred it.
That's the issue. You just stirred the pot. You're right. That's the same with our resort guys. We came in the front gate, and those gates weren't like light gates. They were like gates, like to stop cars, like a tank could get through, but like a regular car couldn't get through the gates. They were these heavy metal gates. But the beach, wide open. You could drive a boat right up. People could get off with some AKs and just kill everybody in the resort and get back on the boat and go. So it's kind of funny, but great time. It was a really good time. I'm being hard on the Mexican people. It was great. They were all nice, very polite. My little Spanish helped me a little bit. I butchered the language, but it was good. It got by. It was a great time. Went off without a hitch. So that was my last trip. That was my second trip, and I'm worn out. I'm going to stay home for a while.
You listen to fireworks Thursday night and get in the gas house?
I might go down to the Pita Wheel for a little while and just watch from there. That's a great place to watch.
You better get there early.
Yeah, it's perfect. Yeah, so somewhere around there. We'll probably go down there. But anyway, so the Cabo trip was great. Just wanted to touch base on that. And if you guys are ready, well, I'm the producer, so here we go. I just want to start off. I want to take a moment to talk something serious. We had a Charlotte Mecklenburg police officer take his own life a day or two ago, and I'm not going to get into names and everything like that. I just want to mention, since we're all officers and we've all been touched by this, we all have known somebody who's taken their life, I'm sure. Any of your officers, first responders, anybody out there. It doesn't just have to be us.
In my understanding, every 48 hours, an officer takes his own life.
That's I believe you're right, Flo.
That's probably right. The thing is, guys, you're not less of a man if you reach out, you need help, you need to talk about something, you got some heavy shit you're carrying that's getting too heavy, you unload it on somebody. Reach out to a friend. No one's going to say, shut the fuck up, you pussy, handle it. No one's going to say that. They're going to talk to you, they're going to give you advice. Maybe they'll take some of that load off your shoulders. Who knows? But to struggle with that to the point where you have the hopelessness and just to end your life. Everything's temporary, guys. Listen to me. Yeah. Everything's temporary. These things you face you're going through. They're not there to stay. They're there to go. It's just a matter of time.
Reach out to a buddy, man. Just reach out to somebody.
Yeah. Anything you're going through it. That's literally what you're doing. You're not stuck in it forever. Whatever it is, it's going to go away. It's going to get fixed. You're going to get through it. You just got to keep moving forward and not give up. When you give up is when you lose. If you never,
there's a chance that one of your buddies, some officer, has been through something similar. Because
sure.
and it's like suicide and divorce are extremely, extremely high in our profession.
Yeah.
And who has not been through that? Because they'll even tell you. I was in Rick school. They told me you're not a real cop till you've been divorced.
But I'll tell you what, that's a sad thing, and I think the percentage of it's high.
Right.
But the other thing you got to think about, the people who are in the police profession are probably already coming in with baggage from the military background.
Correct.
Or from somewhere else.
Yeah.
So the PTSD is a big deal, and then you pile on divorce, you pile on child issues, you pile on money issues.
I tell you, Rodinator, along that same line, you talk about the military. Working third shift one night down off New Hope Road, the cemetery, and I'm just cutting through there, just looking for what we call jukers, people parking to have sex. And I hear this singing. I can't find it. I hear saying, keep riding. And finally, it's one of these. What do you call the place they bury you in a wall in the
Mausoleum?
Mausoleum, yeah.
And it's coming from there, man. So I park my car and kind of like stick my way up in there, see what's going on. I go in there, this guy in full military fatigues, half a bottle of Jack Daniels. It's a Jack Daniels number 7. And he's singing, he's crying, man. And I said, dude, you okay? And he's like, yeah, man, I just got back from deployment. My buddy's here. And, he was on another deployment, and he got killed, and they buried him. And I'm just back here, and he's slinging snot. But it's an outlet. You know what I'm saying? He's letting this loose. Mm-hmm. I'm like, dude, do you need anything from me? He says, no, man. I said, carry on, brother. Do what you need to do. And I let them alone.
Yeah.
And two, it's just that you take on the things you see on the job that you, as the saying goes, you can't unsee. You can't unsee.
You're right.
Right.
And that's
Ray Johnson, who's also been on the show. He and I had a talk off mic, just talking. He said he'd get it because on one of the podcasts I talk about seeing ghosts in Gastonia. Everywhere you go, man, you see where somebody got killed here, almost killed a scoop here, a bucket of guts over here, poor kid killed here. You see that shit everywhere you go.
That's what I want.
And that's one of the benefits being in the mountains. I guess Hound Dog, you probably say the same thing. Well, you too, Dobie Dog, been in Alabama now.
Me too.
Yeah, well, you're outside your jurisdiction.
Yeah, you're not.
You don't see that. You don't see that crap.
And it's sad that your land markers are things of negativity or distress or stress or just bullshit that you can't, like say, you can't go back and unsee. You can't go back and unsee that kid or that wreck with a kid or anything like that. You can't.
Yeah, and I'm sure all three of you guys like me, you go through these whole array of emotions, man. You're angry, you're sad, you're just it's just very frustrating.
And two, people don't understand that when you're on these scenes and when you're dealing with it, you have to desensitize yourself to it to enable to do the job at the time. Suicide. I can still remember my very first suicide when I was with the sheriff's department in Cleveland County, and you have to kind of like step away from it, desensitize yourself to it, or you can't do their job.
Yep.
And
Hey,
it's-
we're
you
detectives.
have to deal with that.
We're detectives. There's a homicide, and somebody complained calls a couple of detectives. Now, I'm uniformed sergeant at this point, but there are a couple of uniformed detectives kind of over in the corner, and they're like, they're kind of laughing at some stuff. That's why I tell them you have to detach yourself from this stuff every now and then.
That's
They're
what I
not
was just-
laughing at this guy being dead. They're not laughing at the circumstances. They're detaching themselves. They have to go to a place,
Exactly right.
to find some, some normality to some.
And that was the thing, and you're exactly right, Slaughter. Humor. There's always some humor, and that's why cops have some dark humor, and people go, "Man, you're sick." No, we're just trying to cope with it because it really happened, and we really saw it. So we're just trying to turn it into from a sad thing to a funny thing. That's all. And I had to constantly remind my guys, "You're on scene. There's cameras everywhere. Don't be fucking laughing at shit. Save that for later, because if the cameras see you laughing." That's going to be the news thing. Cops laughing on scene of somebody who's killed, even though you're trying to say something just to lighten the mood because you just saw a baby in a microwave. You know what I mean? You can't be laughing on the scene of that. You have to be professional.
Yeah, and like I say, you go through the whole gamut. You're angry about the person that did that. You're sorry for the person that got it done too, and you want to resolve the issue. Solve the crime. Do what you need to do. Man, it's just frustrating. It's just all these motions going just flowing through you, man. It just shoots your blood pressure up.
And that's another thing, Slow, that to go along with that, kind of segue out of that. You may have to, especially if it's, say, a child, and it's a child assault or female assault or child sexualization or whatever, you're having to not only deal with what you're seeing, but you have to deal with so much restraint because you may have the suspect there. And it takes every bit of you got
Not to choke him out.
Whoop his ass. But you can't. You have to let the courts do it, and sometimes the court don't get it right.
That's why Rodinator was never a detective. Because if you get me in a room to interview a child rapist, there's a good chance he's not going to come out of the room.
Well, now I'll tell you, with the very thing happened, and we talked about this on one of the other podcasts. Now, I'll try to make this very long story short.
Do it because I'm the producer, and this shit, we got shit to do. I love this producer thing. I feel like I'm fit for it. Hurry the fuck up, Slow.
Oh yeah, man, you're a retired captain, so
the show must go. Let's go, Slow. Let's go.
Hey, but I'm working. It's day shift. Dispatch calls me. Hey, all the guys are tied up, and a guy just called in and said they dug up a dead baby.
Oh yeah, I remember
up on
this.
up on
Crowder's
Who
Mountain.
dug up a
Crowder's
dead
Mountain.
baby? Who dug up a dead baby?
This guy, and I said, well, let me go talk to him, man. Yeah, just don't worry about it. I'll go talk to him myself. Long story short, I show up, and he's got his eyes are this freaking big around. He's smoking a cigarette, and he's at the main entry point. And I talked to him. He says, yeah, man. He says, we're walking along, my wife and I. Look at the top of this hill. There's a brand new shovel leaning up against a tree, and I'm thinking, hey, somebody buried treasure. We go up there, and I dug up a dead baby.
Okay, and was it a dead baby?
Well, the whole time we're walking, he's smoking stuff. We're talking stuff. Get there, and I said, "Where's the wife?" He said, "I left the wife at the bottom of the hill, so we don't miss it, and we know where it's at." Get there, she's slinging snot stuff. We walk up an incline like this, get up there, and sure enough, the only place that's been disturbed is where he dug up this giant Tupperware thing, like you store pillows and blankets in. And the top's flipped over, the thing's full of water, and it looks like two baby booties sticking out. And on the inside of that lid flipped over is a note from mom and dad. How much I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry this has happened, I wish you were home. And I'm looking around the whole time. Now, at this point, I've called in all the big dogs. Called the Captain Mike Larry, called Detective CSI, called everybody in, and I'm calling in every airstrike we got at Gastonia PD. Now I'm looking, no place else has been disturbed. That one place to do something. I'm thinking, hey, this piece of shit, they come back and he's feeling bad and dug his baby back up. I said, dude, I said, put your cigarette out. You go stand by that tree where I can watch you. I'm getting angry with this guy at this point. Everybody gets there, man. They just, they do the crime scene. They mark it off. They run a rope so people go up and down one way in, one way out.
There's a baby in that Tupperware.
You can see baby booty sticking out underneath the baby blanket.
Okay.
underneath the
okay.
water.
But you haven't pulled it. You haven't pulled it off
No.
yet or anything. Okay.
No, I'm into good
You're not
comp.
touching
I'm trying not to disturb as much as I possibly can disturb.
I understand. Okay. Go ahead.
And long story short, Mike Shorts with CSI gets there. You know, he's taking pictures. Detectives there, man. Everybody's looking at this guy. Seriously, we want to strangle him. Because we're looking around. The only place this guy's dug up is that one little spot. And Mike Schwartz taking pictures. He moved back the blanket a little bit. You know how it does. It's just very methodical, very slow process of doing things. About that time, the whole time lays down. The guy's wife's down at the bottom of the hill crying, and Mike takes a deep breath, kind of like that, and he reaches in and pulls out a dead cat. A cat. And the booties were the black cat with white feet. By the time we all go, everybody just like a sigh of relief. And we all started laughing. That lady at the bottom of the hill, she lost her shit. She went off the deep end thinking we're laughing about this dead baby.
Well, that kind of
He reported it as a baby, though.
Well, it looked like a baby. It looked like the note from mom and dad.
Why is the lady crying down below?
Because she thinks it's a dead baby up there.
Oh.
She don't know we're laughing because we see it's a cat he pulls out. She just hears
what
us all
would
bust out
happen?
laughing.
What would have happened if you didn't do that, and it was a baby? Then you'd have been crucified for not doing it.
Oh, you're right. And I tell you, the funny thing about it is, when that happened, I looked at Mike Larry, my captain. I said, Captain Larry, I need to get out of here. He goes, oh, no. He says, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
All the way down that hill, man. That was on me. Everybody's, because, it's 95 degrees. Everybody's sweating, carrying all this big, heavy equipment up there. Man, it's a freaking cat. I'd come into my work. There'd be like catnip on my desk, cat toys on my desk.
Oh, and you deserved every bit of it. Yeah.
Oh, it was terrible. Captain Larry would not let me leave.
That's funny.
And it's funny, had it been wintertime, there was a parking lot probably 50 feet through the trees where everybody could have parked. But it was a dead cat.
Still a mile hike up.
Oh, yeah, it was terrible. Oh, I lived hard, man. All the way down there, boy. Everybody's on me.
Well, that was funny. Before we move on, let's raise a glass, can we?
Yes.
To our fallen brother, and may he rest in peace. And any guys out there with any troubles, please reach out and get some help, man. That's a ridiculous way to go.
Yeah.
Don't do that self to your family. Don't do that to yourself, your family, your friends. That's the wrong way to go. Fight your
He's
way
not
through.
the only victim. The family, the friends, the fellow officers.
Fight
And also,
your way through.
if you feel like you can't talk to your family or friends about whatever's going on, 988. Dial 988 on your cell phone. It's a suicide and crisis lifeline.
Good job, Dave.
Somebody will talk to you on the other end.
Good job. And
Call us.
Another thing too
call
is to kind of go along with that, Hound Dog, especially say Charlotte or say it's Gastonia or say it's Hickory, wherever. You got some brothers out there working 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody will
going
stop.
through the same shit you're going through. And every time you go to a class, to a school, and you guys can back me up on this, you hear the guy's stories. It's a different department, but it sounds like the same shit that's going on at your department.
Sure.
Yeah.
Call that person working third shift on your
Cheers,
rotation.
guys. Cheers.
Cheers.
God bless him and his family.
Yeah.
Well,
All right, producer. All right, producer. Where we going now?
All right, I'm going.
Do you have a pen? Producer, do you have a pen?
I do have a fucking pen.
You need a pen.
What kind of producer do you think I am? I don't have a fucking pen.
He doesn't have
paper
the,
like you. I got a pen.
right.
Yeah.
he doesn't have the baby crying sound right.
I sure do. I also got.
Oh,
Hey, FBI, motherfucker, open up! I got.
A few more of these, we'll all be crying.
I thought that was
I got
slow.
any button you want right here.
Oh, yeah. Hey, you're a captain. You can push buttons.
Yeah, that's exactly
Wait a
right.
minute, Rod. Were you cue slow? You
What's
had to print your bottle slow. Put your bottle up slow.
Put
What
your
are you
bottle
talking
up.
about?
Your
I
bottle.
would not. That is a very selfish and childish thing to do. Why would I do that?
Knob Creek. There's another $20 you get, right? Was it $20 a show? You got
Yeah.
$20 a mention. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Dobie Dog, you had a lot of good information, brother. You shared with us.
One thing, let me pull it up real quick. Couple things. Without going down the rabbit hole politics, that maybe we can tonight, Rod. Since
Oh no,
you're-
we can definitely go whatever we want. Rabbit holes, bear holes, fucking squirrel holes. I don't give a shit.
I'm gonna go off the thing about the kid right now, but it was in Georgia. I'm trying to pull it up, but there was a couple, and they had a 2-year-old daughter, and the police got a tip. I'm trying to think of where in Georgia it was, but Groveton Police Department got a tip, and they were taking their 2-year-old kid and farming her out for sex to others.
Jesus.
their daughter, their 2-year-old daughter.
Pieces of shit.
God.
And you got to go back to what we were talking about. You as an officer, you know that call. What kind of restraint do you have to have?
Oh, especially if you're a parent.
Because I mean, everybody's like, you hear this a lot. I couldn't do your job because, but then they want to criticize you for how you do your job.
Right.
You know what I mean? But you have to have that restraint. You can't go and just beat the shit out of a guy, even though that's probably what he needs. Mm-hmm. At least stop him. Like, yeah, that's it.
There they are, the parents of the year. Fucking losers.
I just don't. I don't fathom a 2-year-old period, but I don't fathom a 2-year-old that's your child. I mean, I just.
Hey, and get this too. A side note to that, just having to think about it is, we're going through all this crap. Ding! The bells that ring. You're off. You're done with your shift. Now you got to go home and transition to a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
Wife and baby, whatever it may be. You know, I always, and a instructor told me, and I can't remember who it was, told me, he says, what you need to do, that's a coat of, I forget what he called it.
Armor?
What you do, and so when you get home, you pretend you take that off, and you hang it in a tree outside the house. You don't take that shit in the house with you.
Right.
You go in, you be a husband, you be a dad, you be a boyfriend, whatever you're going to be, a son or daughter, whatever, and then the next day on the way out, you put that shit back on and go to work.
And you know, too, go along with that. I mean, you go home, say you're a young officer, say, you know, like these young kids, 22, 23, they're working third shift, second shift. They deal with that, they go home at 2 o'clock in the morning, and they got to go to bed.
Oh, yeah. You're
By
just,
themselves, because they don't have a family. They don't have mama there, daddy there, brother, sister, mother, whatever.
Yeah.
You go home by yourself at 3 o'clock in the morning when you just witnessed that kind of shit.
Yep. I used to do the same thing, Slow, except I didn't call it a code. I call it boxing it up and putting it away. I'd box it up and put it away before I walked in the house. And I would just be myself. And then when I walked back out and I had to pick up the case, I'd open the box up and I'd dive right back into it. And all the anger.
Oh, yeah. And they ask, what's wrong? How come is anything wrong? You okay? You're thinking, if you take my eyes out and stick them in your sockets and see the shit I just seen.
You can't unseen what you can't unseen what you've seen.
I mean, we're painting a grim picture now, but being a cop is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I'm also reading here more of the story.
It's
Double
fun.
D. The guy, not only were they trying to farm the girl out and contact men on apps to come have sex with their 2-year-old daughter, but the guy, James Tripp, was trying to convince the mom, Ashley Crawley, to let him have sex with their 2-year-old daughter and make a video. He was in the middle of doing that, trying to get her to let him have sex with his own daughter. This is folks, let me be honest with you, and as a producer I can say this because I'm the fucking producer. I'd take these fuckers out and head shoot each one of them in the fucking face. I wouldn't lose I would leave that box open and I'd write on it, happy memories. Because you know what? I'd have a memory of shooting these motherfuckers in the face. And I could care less. What good are they to anybody, folks?
Yeah.
What good are they? They are no good. You can't trust them around kids. You can't anything they do now from now on. You can't trust them
Unless they're
broken motherfuckers. They're
dead
broken
right there.
Damn right. They're broken motherfuckers. It's a waste of time.
And I can't. And you think about it too, Rod. Somebody that does that, and you're like, what else have they done before that shit?
Exactly right.
Done when they didn't get caught.
And what the hell has happened to them to take them down that course?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. But the average rapist rapes 8 or 9 times before he gets caught the first time.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if I would shoot them in the head. I think I would just put them in prison, turn them in general population with all the dopers.
Oh yeah, with the big sign
hell
like this on there. Hey, tell them what they did.
No, tattooed right here.
Correct.
Tattooed right there.
They go.
Yeah,
through
child
my
molesters don't fare
hell.
well in prison.
And you know what? I hope that's true with every single one because that's what they deserve.
Correct.
The power they have over those little kids, it's great to turn it around and show them to be powerless and them getting fucking plowed. That's fucking justice.
Yeah,
correct.
It is.
But
I agree.
that's a sad note. But anyway, we'll see what happens with them. But I thought another funny one you sent, Dobie Dog, was did you send us the one with Reggie, the Wisconsin college students?
Yeah, I got that
some
one
shit.
right here.
Hey, can I take this right quick?
Well, ask
here
me,
we
ask
go.
me. I'm the producer.
I'm asking you,
Ask
man,
me.
producer, man.
Okay, go ahead.
In the middle of the week, I said, "Hey guys, you got anything we want to talk about the podcast?" And y'all sent all kind of just morbid, sad, terrible stuff. I'm like,
The old producer of this show wanted cop shit only.
And this is cop shit.
This is cop shit.
It's cop shit.
Yeah.
Okay, since we have to have something that's not morbid, before Hound Dog gives his story, how about the time Steve let the guy get away handcuffed? That's not morbid.
Did Slow Ride let a guy run and handcuffs?
It was.
Okay, we need
Bryce
to hear
and
the story.
myself. And W, you ran across the guys. It was Southern and Adams. They made a traffic stop on Garrison Boulevard near a park called Lineberger Park. Middle of the night. And they start calling for help. And we pull up in the park. We can hear them fight, but it's so friggin' dark, we can't find them.
Can't understand what they're saying on the radio.
Yeah, they're
You with
screaming.
somebody? You with somebody? Who's
Yeah, I pulled up, and Bryce is with me at this point, and we get there, and it is a Mexican guy. Rodinator, he's your size. He's about 6'4", just beefy fella. You know, he's not your typical 5'4" Mexican fella.
Hey,
He's
you're
huge.
profiling. You say Mexicans are little midgets? That's not going to go over
Well, I
good.
tell you,
We're gonna
I
be
pulled
fuck-
out my-
we're gonna-
I pulled
my
out
first
my
show
Cal
producing.
light.
We're going to be in fucking jail, YouTube jail.
Again.
You're calling Mexicans midgets again.
Again.
I tell you, I
didn't
pulled
mean
my
that.
kill
Won't be the
light
last
out.
time,
When we
though.
found him, he wouldn't take his hand out underneath him.
Yeah.
I pulled my kill light out, and I went old school on him. I went vintage Chicago.
the big
on that
Cal light?
piece of
The
shit.
big Cal light?
Oh yeah, man. What?
Hound Dog, that finger.
So what happened? Finish up.
Yeah, well, and long story short, we get him handcuffed, and we get him up. Like, good God, the size of this fellow.
Did you have to double cuff him?
I'm telling you, hey, they're fighting at the top of the hill, and they rolled all the way down. And there's all kind of police equipment from the top of the hill to the bottom. The guy's losing all their crap fighting this big old fella. And now Southern and Adams, both good sized, both good sized fellas. They're pretty beefy.
Damn.
We get him handcuffed. We start telling him, hey, dude, I hope you kissed your wife today and your kids today, because you know what? You're not going to see them again. We're going to deport you. We're getting you out of here. We're going to get with ICE.
This is true, Rod.
Out of here. You're gone, dude. And we talked this fella into running down Garrison and Chestnut. And we're going to put him in Bryson's car, and he bolts. He's running with handcuffs on.
Is he handcuffed behind his back?
Behind his back. And he's running. And we're all laughing. Because we know we just talked this guy into, and I would have too. If I'm going to be deported, what do I have to lose?
Right.
Yeah.
He bolts.
But he's not running too fast, obviously. He's a big
Oh, no,
beefy
but we're
fucking-
laughing. So we can't catch up with him. And he cuts by this house, and there's a bunch of rednecks out the back partying, raising Cane. I thought of all places to go.
He ran into the lines then.
We
tackle him?
probably saved his life by catching him and taking him back to the car.
Yeah.
Because I had just passed them and asked them if they're good, and they gave me a thumbs up. So when they started running, I come back with a dog, and I was like, I'll track the guy, but this is kind of a give me. I mean,
Because he ran up the road and he cut off between houses. That's right. And then W showed up with the what was your dog's name at that point? Which
that
dog
was Vader. That was Vader.
Vader.
Did Vader have to catch him, or did you guys just get him?
I kind of kept him real tight because I like this fucker ain't running too far. And he tripped
he's
over a
handcuffed
log
on
and
the
they
back.
found him. We were
So you
tripped
got
over
him.
a
You got
log
him.
and couldn't get
Oh,
back
yeah,
up.
we got him.
Okay.
So what were you saying?
But it's
Hound
our
Dog?
fault. It's our fault he ran. We talked him into it.
It happens. It happens.
It does.
Yeah. Hound Dog, tell us about this Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dahmer looking motherfucker.
Yeah, so this everybody knows who Jeffrey Dahmer is. So this college
Or
girl
was.
rather, yeah, you're right. Sadie Robinson, this is her right here. She goes on a first date with lost his damn name now. But anyway, she goes on a first date with this cat right here.
Maxwell Anderson.
Yeah, Maxwell, that's it. So Sadie and Maxwell goes on his first date together, and she doesn't get heard from for several days afterwards. They start finding body parts throughout the Milwaukee area, and this kind of reminds them of the Jeffrey Dahmer case back in the 90s.
Because I was in Milwaukee as well, right?
It was in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Was it Milwaukee?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Milwaukee. Yep.
Yeah, I believe so.
And so they find like a leg one day, an arm one day, maybe another leg, a piece of a leg or whatever. And they track it down to where they go on this first date together, and next thing you know, she's missing, and here's her body parts. I don't think that they have found much more than arms and legs. I don't think, if I'm not mistaken. But they identify it was her.
Wow, and
And,
it looks like they charged him with first-degree intentional homicide,
yes.
mutilating a corpse, arson, and he's in jail on $5 million bail.
How the hell do you get a bail after
At
killing
all.
somebody?
I
At
have
all.
no
At
idea.
all.
I have no idea.
I don't
have
get
no
that.
idea.
That's
That
like
doesn't make
the
sense to me.
ones in Houston got what, $10 million or $100 million, something stupid.
Yeah, but
Why?
people, if you kill somebody, you don't deserve any kind of bail, which means you're in jail until court.
Right.
There's no chance
But
you get
they'll-
out of jail.
But how
you're
now you know as
accused
well
of
as I
killing
do.
somebody.
Well, true, but still, if the police have enough on you to get murder warrants, chances are is you probably did it.
Because
And
he's
not only that, but I also think the details of the case
Yes.
warrant no bail because
Oh,
this
yeah,
wasn't
I
just a killing of like a surprise killing, or
it wasn't like a gangbanger shooting another gangbanger.
passion killing. This was a killing and a dismemberment and a dispersal of body.
It's probably
This was
premeditated too.
from start
for the
to
date.
finish.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I'm sure that he already
Fir-
knew what was
first
going to
degree.
go on.
Intentional homicide. Yeah.
So he went out with her with that intention.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Well,
believe
now-
so.
So, do we know any more about the story? Was it he committed a crime of like a sexual assault and then killed her and mutilated her, tried to hide the crime, or
I
was he a
don't
Jeff
remember,
Dahmer type guy?
I don't remember that, but they were comparing him to Dahmer.
And two, how not going back to what we said earlier, and the rapist, what has he done before?
Right.
Yeah, what has he not got
Usually
caught
not
doing?
the first time they get caught.
Oh yeah.
And for
Yeah.
people who don't remember Dahmer,
And-
that was him. If everybody doesn't remember him,
Well,
Yeah.
you go back
And
to
he got killed in prison too, right?
he got killed
He
in
did.
prison in a bathroom with a mop handle by another inmate who didn't like
See,
his ass. and
need to
killed him.
send them to prison. So that's like the Houston girl. They confirmed the girl in Houston was killed by the illegal immigrants. They confirmed that she was sexually assaulted before. I guess a rape kit or DNA test or whatever. But
Yeah.
she was raped prior to the murder.
Hey, that triggered a thought. Double D. Backtrack last week's episode. We're talking about the rape in Germany.
Correct.
Yes.
Everybody knows I work off duty. I work part time at English.
Not anymore, right?
Well, hey, this group comes in. There's a husband and wife and a younger guy. When I say younger guy, he's probably still in his 30s. The guy's got a strong German accent. The girl's from around here, and their son's from Germany and just happened to be visiting here. And we started talking. And he said, and the guy said, hey, you enjoy working here? I said, yeah. I said, what do you do? Long story short, he told me I'm a retired cop. And the guy says, hey, yeah, my country's gone all to hell. And he starts talking about that very case. I said, man, we have a podcast.
Really?
We just talked about that on the podcast.
Dude, that case made it over. It's all over the world. We're in the
Yeah.
United States.
And he's from Germany. He says, man, she says, yeah, I don't know what's going on in my country. It's so
I
sad
know
how my country's gone.
I know what's going on. The same thing that's going on in this motherfucker.
Is
These
woke.
woke liberal ass motherfuckers are in charge of shit, and we're going down the rabbit hole slow because I'm producing this shit. The same
word.
shit's happening
Not a
in
word.
Germany. It's happening in France right now. France is having new elections because the right wing. The right wing is winning over there. Macron's he's shitting his pants. They have to have new elections. He's going to get ousted probably. You have to appoint a prime minister to share duties because France is on fire.
That's like,
It's going
No,
fucking
no,
crazy.
did I just cause this?
You
Hey,
did.
hey.
You dug the hole, and now I jumped in that motherfucker.
Hey,
That's what the fuck happened. It's a big hole too, because I'm a big son of a bitch.
I'm jumping in there with you, Rod. But that's like after the Supreme Court's decision. You see what
Which
I said
one?
about AOC?
Which one?
The recent one about the Trump and the
The
immunity.
one where presidential immunity,
Right.
January 6th. Which one? There's a bunch of them.
Well, the one with the most recent one with AOC. Did you hear what she's trying to do?
Yeah, she's trying to sign paper, get the Supreme Court
Impeached.
impeach the Supreme Court. AOC, that stupid bitch from the Bronx, who's like 23
the
years
bartender.
old. The bartender. Yeah,
She's
the
a
idiot.
straight up idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you
It's
what.
almost as good as that that little she's a mayor in like some town outside of Chicago. You know what I'm talking about?
The mayor.
The mayor.
Yeah, I know.
Chicago.
The mayor's under indictment right now. The female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
with a loud mouth. Yeah, I forget her name, but yeah.
She's about as bad as AOC.
But very important, very important. The Supreme Court just finished up. Well, they were supposed to finish in June. That's when their term is up for the year. And they're supposed to come out with the rest of their decisions on the cases they decided to take. 2 cases, just touch base real quick. Not going to go crazy. A lot of the January 6 folks, they used the wrong law and statute and twisted it in such a way. Supreme
Imagine
Court
that.
said it's no good. So about half or so of those people are going to be charges dropped. People are going to be starting to get probation.
Get them out of prison.
Yep, because they weaponized the criminal justice system to do what they did.
Oh yeah.
No, number 2, presidential immunity. Something you do that is job related, you are immune. So Trump, 2 of the 4 charges the fucking idiot charged Trump with are gone. Boop, they're out of here. The other 2, it's going to take some time, but they're going to have to rewrite them because, again, they took a statute, took it apart, and Frankensteined it together to try to make it fit.
For what they wanted.
And none of it fits. So
Either
none of these cases. Last thing,
if it goes to trial, will be after
none of these cases are going to go
election.
through until after the election, which is a win for Trump because if he wins, they're done. If he loses, why charge him with these things anymore? Because the whole goal of these charges is to keep him from running. Right.
Yeah.
But it's a big win for America. It's a big win for Donald Trump, and maybe we'll have an election now. And just one last thing before I'll get out of this rabbit hole. I'm about to climb out, but before I climb out, how about that debate, boys? Did anybody watch the debate? I watched the debate.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing.
What'd you think of it?
Here's the thing, Rod. He is okay from 10 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon.
Oh yeah. They said from 10 to 4 he's solid, Biden.
Yeah.
What about
that's why
Russia nuke somebody?
Yeah, that's why Russia invaded Ukraine at 9 p.m. They say. Yeah, Biden was sleeping. Yeah, whatever.
But Hunter was over there.
Yep.
You know, the bottom line is on that debate is that Biden embarrassed the shit out of our country.
What do you hear? The new thing is they're attacking Biden's wife now because Biden's wife is in his ear to stay in the running because says she's very selfish. She wants Air Force One. She wants to be treated like royalty.
Hungry.
She wants
She's running the country.
I think another thing too. I think another thing slow. Along with that, they're afraid if once Trump gets in, he might come after them and bust their ass. Mm-hmm. So she wants to keep him in power so they don't Hunter doesn't get in trouble, get really hammered. Joe doesn't get really hammered, and she loses all the money and the perks she got.
Right. Because right now there's enough evidence to prosecute Joe Biden, far more than there has ever been for Trump. All that money from China. Hang on a second. All that money from China, Romania, Ukraine, and all of a sudden now he's giving a lot of money to Ukraine. He keeps giving it to Ukraine.
Oh, did you
Having
hear
Zelensky over, just giving money. Why is he giving all this money to Ukraine? What's going on there?
Today, $2.3 billion given to Ukraine.
Yeah,
today.
and that's money that he's printed above and beyond our national treasury.
Lowering the value of our dollar, lowering the value of the dollar and raising inflation. That's why everything you guys buy costs more now than it did when Trump was in office.
Groceries up 26%.
Everything.
I tell you too, Hound Dog, the thing that worries me is, okay, say Trump wins, which we all hope he does. What happens between now and the time he takes office that Biden does is his parting shot to say, screw you, Trump, and how much he can fuck it up in the next few months.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh,
and
yeah.
The other thing that's
what's
going on,
scary.
The Democrat National Convention is coming. And when it comes, they could pull a switcheroo and try to.
That's why they said they wanted this debate prior to the Democratic convention.
Yeah, well, you heard Biden said he would debate him again in September.
Yeah, if Biden blew
it,
they've got the opportunity to find another candidate
But Biden had no choice but debate him.
The next debate is September 10th. ABC's sponsoring it. We'll see if he makes it. But I'll tell you what, if they're going to take Biden out, they're going to have a real tricky thing now because Kamala Harris claims to be a black woman, even though she's Indian. And if you start overlooking the black woman that's in power and stick another white dude in there, I don't know. That could cause some problems for that woke. It won't cause problems for us, but the woke community, you know how the LGBTQ and all those motherfuckers
it is going to cause problems. We've got to pay our bills.
Hey, have you seen Kamala's husband?
Run her. She'll lose.
Have you
She's
seen
got
Kamala's
worse ratings
husband?
than Biden.
Yeah.
Have you seen Kamala's husband?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know who he is.
He's as white as us.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he is. He sure
But
is.
yeah, let her run because there's no way. Well, see, here's the thing, too. She's been vice president, but they have not prepped her or tried to prep her.
Because she's done with a box of rocks.
He
Pilgrims might be
Correct.
white. I identify as an
Absolutely.
African pilgrim.
There you go. They put her in charge of the border, guys. She's the border czar and has done nothing to fix
They
it.
put her in there to
Zero.
get votes. They put her in there to get votes.
Of course they did.
So
Remember they were on the debate stage and she looked at Joe Biden and said, "You're the one who tried to keep me from riding school buses with the white kids." She called him a fucking racist in the primary. And then all of a sudden they pick her to run with him, and now all of a sudden they're best buddies.
Yeah.
So twisted. All right. Nice. Nice. All right. Done with the rabbit hole. If anybody saw the debate, I hope you had a good time with it.
Maytag had to stir the rabbit hole.
That was sad. Yeah, I enjoyed that rabbit hole. We traveled, and
Yep.
we made it out. We're out slow. Guys, we're coming on 10 minutes. I think we have time for one more story.
Oh,
We
man,
got
he
something
is
going on?
producing. He's keeping on the
Yeah.
clock and everything.
Hey,
All right, how
where's-
about the woman who allegedly stabbed her boyfriend to death and then showed his body in a
Yeah,
video
yeah,
call to
man.
a friend?
Yeah, I got
Did you
that
do that one,
too.
Dobie Dog? Did you do
No,
that
that
one?
was me. That was me.
that was Hound Dog.
I got
Yeah.
I got pulled up here, Manchester,
Yeah, y'all
England.
boys said some really morbid
Hound Dog?
shit to me when I asked what we're going to talk about the podcast.
Hey, when I produce a bloodbath, motherfucker. Yeah, a serial killer obsessed woman brutally murdered her boyfriend and giggled, in quotes, as she showed his dead body while video call. Holy shit! She called her friends to check this shit out, and she took the camera. Look at
Her
this
name-
motherfucker! I killed him.
Her name wasn't Bobbitt, was it?
No, it wasn't Lorraine Bobbitt. She didn't cut his dick off. She just killed his ass straight up and out. This is in the United Kingdom in England, so
Penis.
Yeah.
yeah, his penis.
And it
Shane,
says that
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead. Go ahead.
Shane Groves, 27, is accused of killing Frankie Fitzgerald, 25, as he slept in a crime of passion at her home before bragging, "I've done him," in quotes. The mother of one, a true
Two
crime
ways.
fan.
I did him, then I did him.
I did him and I did him again. A fan who had been pictures of serial killers such as Ted Bundy and Jeffrey Dahmer on her bedroom wall allegedly knifed Fitzgerald in the neck and chest 22 times after flying into a jealous rage.
Like I said, it
when
is rage of passion.
She checked his phone and found he had been messaging a 13-year-old girl. Might have done us a favor.
Oh, yeah.
Stand
He
by.
might be-
Then I
he
thought
might-
you
well,
did
well,
us
well,
a favor.
You might have deserved that one. You might have deserved that one.
All right, I got
might-
a
yeah.
comment on that one too.
Go ahead, Hound Dog.
You know, she says she found it. Is there any evidence that she actually found that on his phone, or is she using that as a
Alibi.
alibi?
Well, anyway, let me go on because this is getting even funnier. Jurors at her trial at Winchester Crown Court heard how she was obsessed with Fitzgerald's performance in the bedroom.
Yep.
Yeah, according
Good
to
or
the Daily
bad?
Mail.
How was she obsessed?
I don't know. It doesn't say. With their sex life involving bondage, dominance, submission, and masochism. Ooh.
Yep.
We're talking about
Him or her?
Hit me again, Daddy. Hit me again. Where's your chicken suit? I want to wear a diaper. You know, like that type of shit, folks. Hang me from the fucking roof,
Something about whips and
upside
chains.
down.
And what about the dagger that she allegedly killed him with? Did you get that?
Dude, I'm up to like she admired Charles Bronson.
Oh,
Pictures
Bronson.
of serial killers.
Yeah, Charles Bronson is an English serial killer, not the
Okay.
not the actor.
Yeah. Oh my God, this is crazy. Yeah.
Yep. She killed a guy with a Chucky and Jigsaw and Pennywise decorated knife. Got all of the bad villains
Pennywise. Is that the
clown.
in
The clown in the sewer. The clown in
on.
the
Yeah,
sewer.
clown in the
The
sewer.
little dog.
Stephen King.
Little
Man, I'm
dog.
reading a book about Stephen King right now on writing.
He's
Yep.
a sick fuck.
So
Brilliant.
we know what you're doing on Lookout
But he's a
Mountain.
sicko. Yeah.
Shoot out now.
Yeah, this is crazy. It says here she called her friends up and said, quote, I just lost it. I picked up my dagger and stabbed him. in the
No
neck."
shit, she lost it.
Yeah, you think? I think she lost it, guys. I really do.
You know, you get
Shit, ain't no
The
doubt
jury,
about it.
The jury was told Groves owned 4 decorative knives with depictions of movie villains, including Chucky, Jigsaw, and famous Pennywise, like you just said, which she and Fitzgerald used for knife play in the bedroom.
Yep.
Part of that good shit they do. Yeah.
So I think he did some of that to himself.
This is Fitzgerald now. No, I'm questioning his sexuality, guys. I'm thinking he might float both ways.
Looks
before
like
he-
Yeah.
wow. Look at
Yeah.
Queen.
yeah, he looks like he's a little light too. Like maybe you could hang him up real easy, like
You
on
know,
a fucking
that's
wall. like
a lot of
picture.
Jeffrey Dahmer's was homosexual.
Oh yeah. He had nothing but
Have, you
guys.
have y'all ever started watching
Well,
that documentary?
Let's show her as well now while we're at it.
Is that her?
That's her.
Oh. Okay.
She's a little weird.
Yeah.
But you ever seen the Dahmer documentary or the show?
Yes.
It's a little dark.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's very dark. Very dark.
You know, if you go back to Ted Bundy, Ted Bundy. If you watch the documentary on him, you know, he was on the show, the Dating Game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was.
Yes, he was.
They say his IQ was through the roof.
He wasn't the only serial killer on the Dating Game either.
Really?
Yeah. The dude with the pentagram in his hand.
Oh, the Night Stalker.
The Night Stalker. Yeah.
Yeah,
He was
Ramirez.
on.
Ramirez.
Yeah,
Ramirez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on a Dating Game
Oh,
as
that's
well.
interesting. It's interesting that you know that, Hound Dog.
I just know
And
things.
you know, too, a lot of
I think
the
he knows things.
He probably knows the chick in England. That motherfucker right here.
Guys,
she sent you that
producer.
picture.
Mr. Producer, may I ask a question, please? We're going
ahead.
down some very terrible, terrible places. May I play something to make us all feel better? And
Go ahead. Play something to make us
Sure,
all feel
son.
better. Kind of lightens the load.
All right, enough of that shit. Let's get back to
Yeah, I
the
know.
Hey, who's the producer here?
Rod.
We just lost 3 or 4 fucking
Rodinator
listeners.
is.
Yeah, 3 or 4 listeners just tuned the fuck out.
that
after
kept
shit.
somebody from hitting the like and subscribe button.
yeah, you're right.
I'll tell you guys,
Dick likes the dislike and kicks to the curb button.
there are some sick people, dude. And you know, the thing is this: what we're doing here, folks, is whether it's England, whether it's Germany, France, United States, it's just all over the place. It's just
People
people's
crazier
minds
than
are
hell.
fucking broken, man. They're just
Yeah.
fucking broken. And
Slow.
the thing is, and you know, speaking for cops, you don't know how bad we need cops. No matter how much you think you don't like them, or how much all this defunding shit is crazy. Because when these fucking type of people come knocking, you're gonna want us there.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
when a guy comes to your house with a gun, there's 2 things you're going to do. You're going
You
to
hate
pray a cop gets there first and brings a gun.
You hate
the
a
2
cop
things
till you need a
worry about.
cop.
You know, going back, boy, that kind of rod made me think about, you know, you talked about DeSantos, and I'm trying not to go down the political rabbit hole, but DeSantos and defunding the cops, and they were going to not get state funding, right? Did you hear what DeSantos signed in, his last order he signed in
No.
about the squatters? So, now granted, it's probably going to be a process similar to eviction, but, you know, typically was the squatters thing, it's a whole civil matter, and it takes like 6 months for them to get that taken care of, right?
Especially in New York.
Santos signed in
it's a racket.
a bill where it's now a criminal matter. You call the police, you call the sheriff's department, and there's probably going to be a process where they prove that you own the property and all that. But now it's a felony, and the sheriff's department, they don't have to go through court and sue them. They go charge your fucking ass. So if somebody's squatting in your house, you call them up. Now, like I said, I think it'll be similar to an eviction process. But you call up the sheriff's department, they come out like, no, this is my house. These motherfuckers have been squatting. They don't live here. And they can prove the damage and that you live there and it's your property. Then it's a felony and they take their ass to jail.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
could you imagine any of the 4 of us come home like you, Rodinator, from being down at the wedding down in Mexico, and you come back home and somebody's squatting in your house?
Oh boy.
Police will show up. He's got his ass beat all to pieces, and he's charged with breaking and entering.
Yep. That's what would
Yeah.
happen.
So now
He
it's no
could say I
longer
was living there,
becomes-
and I'd say he wasn't living here. He broke
So,
in.
so now
That
it's
would
no
be the
longer
story.
a lawsuit and a civil matter. It's a criminal matter, and the sheriff's department charges your ass.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
I'll
Yeah,
be
but
honest with you,
the squatter
I'm
thing's
kind
a
of
really
like
bad
it.
thing.
I'm kind of like it, Santos.
Yeah, one last thing, guys. We're running up on time here. One of the other big Supreme Court cases was they ruled in favor of it's basically a decision that's going to help clear the homeless shit that's going on in these different cities, like San Francisco, sleeping on sidewalk in tents. They approved, or it was a ruling in favor of illegally sleeping in places. You can now remove people. It's against the law. It's criminalized. And it's funny, the woke, stupid-ass Democrat fools are saying now they criminalize sleeping. That's what they're talking about this decision is. Meanwhile, it's just a decision to say, listen, you can't just pop a tent on a fucking curb on the sidewalk in the middle of New York City. You know what I'm saying? It's not you can
Why
sleep.
don't these
but
woke people open up their houses to these people?
no, they don't, because you know what happened?
They won't.
They dropped a busload of migrants was dropped off in front of Nancy Pelosi's fucking house. And remember those ones that DeSantis sent to Martha's
Her
Vineyard?
husband got hammered.
They were gone. They were gone within 30 minutes because why? Because Martha's Vineyard is where those liberals play. That's
Yeah.
their little
Correct.
vacation.
Well,
So they're not
it's-
going to put up within 30
Obama
minutes.
lives there.
Yeah, within 30 minutes they had a bus there, and they bust those migrants to a fucking military base. 30
Yeah.
minutes.
I'll tell you another two. Along with that hound dog, I talked to a buddy of mine, Slow. He just come back from Disneyland, the one that's whichever one's in California. And he got off at the airport. Yeah, Disney. He got off at the airport, and he got in an Uber, and he saw all these homeless camps, and they're just, it's California. They're stupid big, right? He said, "God, look at the homeless," and the guy's like, "No, we don't call them homeless here. We call them urban dwellers." He's like, "No, back home we call them homeless." He said the fucking Uber would not talk to him the rest of the way.
Yep.
Hey, good for
Because
him.
they're urban dwellers. You can't call them homeless.
Or urban
They
dwellers.
choose to be that, and that's the way they want to be.
Just like illegal aliens aren't that anymore. They just they have all these specific names because it's so. But the truth is, when a person's in this country illegally, they're an illegal, and if they're not supposed to be here, alien, illegal alien. It's very it's called fucking the English language. Anyway, guys, we're up at
Hound
the hour
dog and
mark.
Slow can attest to this. A lot of these homeless still say
to
it.
the
They want to
producer.
be that way. They choose to be that way. They don't want to go back.
Exactly
to
right. Exactly right. But we're up
'Cause
against
we
the hour
allow
mark. We're up against the hour mark, guys, so we're going to have to fucking close out this motherfucker. And it was a great show, I might say. I think the producing done on the show is one of the best I've seen in a long time. I think topics covered here were fucking precise. We went down some rabbit holes, came back out, went down again. Don't give a shit. We're still here. Look at this. Nothing. Rabbit hole, schmabbit hole. We're good.
But we're
I think
not.
we had a great fucking show, but I will hand the reins back over to Slow Ride. Mm-hmm. I know you're upset, Slow. Calm down. Calm down,
Slow.
son. You can have the show back.
Hey,
I
Who
like
has-
a
who
good
has-
rabbit hole.
who has the counter?
Yeah. I see the
No,
comment.
where's your bottle, Slow? Where's your bottle, Slow?
Yeah. Give us another Knob Creek, Slow.
That's just not gonna happen, guys. You act like I do that on purpose. I don't know why you think that.
Yeah, there's a Knob Creek bottle floating around the screen, guys. But anyway, excellent show, guys. Had a good time.
Yeah, it was good, man.
Hit the music, Maestro. Let's sign off.
Hey,
Anybody
well,
want to do some?
I would like to end with this, Sam. Man, listen, if you do need help, reach out, man. You got a brother, you got a sister, you got people who love you, man. Just reach out and talk to them.
988.
Or 988 if you want to talk to somebody anonymously.
Yeah, you're
988.
looking at, if you're watching or listening to this, you're listening or you're looking at 4 retired cops. We made it. We've done it. We've been there. We don't answer to any piece of shit administration. Mm-hmm. We'll tell you like it is, man.
Except for Captain
If you
Rock.
have an issue, you reach out to us, man. We'll get you down the right place.
But
you need
these
to go.
3 motherfuckers on the screen answer to me. But just that's all that happens there. Because
I can honestly say, I mean, not to go in their rabbit hole, but there was a time when Slow was my sergeant, and I was going through a bunch of shit, and I didn't want to work that night. Called in. This who shows up at my house, Slow and Mike Watts.
Yeah.
Got me on track. I will never forget that. And 2, shout out to the guys who are dealing with that. Shout out to them.
Yeah, the thing about it is we're all
Talk
dealing
to
with it.
somebody.
It's just at different levels.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if I were the producer, this would be where I say, hey, guys, you got any last shout-outs, anything you want to say? This is the time.
But
to
you're
Good
not.
damn
So
thing
it's
you're
me.
not.
But it's not. You're not because I am. So guys,
That's me
got any
taking it
last
back.
shout outs? Got any last shout outs? Anybody
I
want to
do.
shout out something?
I have one.
Go
Kind
ahead.
of going back to that, to guys out there dealing with stress. I mean, talk to somebody. I mean, talk to one of you buddies that are working third shift. I mean, they're up, you know. Number 2, shout out to the officers. And I can speak for what I know, and Rod and Slow and Steve and Hound Dog, y'all kind of know it to an extent. And they won't hear this probably till, Monday, but 4th of July is a different fucking animal, guys. Be careful. Be careful. You know what you're dealing with. I don't know other places, but the gas house is a fucking shit show. Be careful. Watch your back. Watch your 6. Take care of each other. And go home to mom and daddy.
There's a reason all 4 of us live now outside the jurisdiction we policed. There's a reason behind that.
No reason.
Absolutely.
You're right.
And every single one of us is retired, and every single one of us has the touch of PTSD somewhere. We know it's there lurking. Everybody's got it. Who's been through the shit we've been through? But it's all how you deal with it, folks. And if you can't deal with it, find somebody who can help you. That's it.
Yeah, my PTSD has always been caused by a slow ride.
Hey,
saying.
let me tell you. Hey,
he
we
triggers
have
the
a
fuck
listener.
out of me.
I will not
Hound dog.
mention her name. She's going to be on the show at some point, though. She said this show is very therapeutical for her.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
It
go.
is for us, too.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to her. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're out of here. Take care.
Hey, remember, let's drink about it and drink responsibly.
And be safe. Watch your 6.
Hey, Rodinator, what kind of production has this been?
It's been a Studio 77 production.
Hey, and everybody check out Dave's TV. Dave's TV. Check it out.
Atchison Poultry.
Atchison Poultry, right there, baby.
All right, guys. Boom.
Take
You mean it's over? Well, shit.